dimension of badminton court is 20 feet by 44 feet that can be converted in 6.1 meters by 13.4 meters, having an area of 81.75 meters squared. The diagonal length of the full court is 48.30 feet or 14.72 meters. Both singles and doubles are played on the same standard court. The difference is that badminton singles is played with outside or double alleys that extended in 1 feet and 6 inches or 0.46 meter on other side of the court. Tactics are usually the ability to make wise decisions based on the pupil's awareness of the situation. It involves studying the situation first and then be able to react to it. This implies that coaches have to develop players who can rely on themselves, be able to understand what is happening in the court, and come up with a technique to respond appropriately. Players may become over-reliant on their coach for tactical advice, which may be dangerous at times. The level of input may become less valid if the players fail to exercise their tactical strategy during the game and not able to react themselves to what is going on, more so when the coaches is not present. Badminton technical and tactical practices tend to differ slightly as technical practices focus on how something is being done. On the other hand, a tactical practices majorly focuses on why, where, and when something is done. The major difference between these two is what the player focuses on when he or she is executing the technique. Sometimes, a coach may ask the players to practice their lower services for doubles. The players can therefore apply the technique that is required to be able to achieve the required outcome. But if the players majorly focus on the low service tactical application, then the tactical practices focus becomes different even on the badminton net play. Therefore, at this level, the coach must be able to demand this level of focus required from the players to achieve the maximum benefit. The most relevant and effective practice is always to give the players chances to make their own decisions. This is always the cornerstone of relevant practice and can bring out impressive results. This will also motivate the players and also encourage them to work extra hard as it breaks the monotony of the players to keep listening to the decision of the coaches every time. When designing a number of progressive tactical practices, The flow of the practices should always move from a more closed place, where few decisions are made, to an open one, where the environment keeps changing. This gives room for the players to develop a technical skills from the start in a relevant environment. They can test the execution as well as decision making in an environment that is game oriented. The rate at which player success should always determine the progress of the practice. This means that there is no need to throw if the player into a game-like practice if they cannot execute the technique required in the environment controlled technically. It is also important for the player to experience success, as this is always motivate them. They should also be in a position to understand why they are having success and its relationship to the tactical situation that they have. The coach should also ensure he or she offers enough support to the player by always promoting their understanding. They should be in a position to understand why some errors were made, and this will be the database scenarios that would be used in the future. Coach can use a range of different types of tactical practices that are available within their session, from starting the rally with the sets of play, the playing rally out, set plays, then limited choices, win matches game, use tactical umpires, and condition games. What the coaches needs is to make a reflection on the aim of the session and also include some of the tactical relevance, and that is critical. Coaches should develop their tactical coaching skills because they need to consider their own coaching practices and how the tactics can filter the content of the session. Developing a personal coach is often taken as a favor of building more technical skills and knowledge. The renewed focus on the tactical coaching should assist in the enhancing the technical support that the coaches are able to offer to their players. This will help to increase their chances to becoming successful in any level of competition that they will get involved in.
Scoring system. This means that 3 games are played to 21 points each, with the required 2-point difference between scores. 2. No point is earned when the player commits a fault. A good serve must go directly into the server's backs. In single, the court is long and narrow, while in doubles, it's short and wide. The movement of the server's racket shall continue forwards from the start of the service until the service is delivered. The flight of the shuttle shall be upwards from the server's racket to pass over the net, so that, if not intercepted, it shall land in the receiver's service court. In attempting to serve, the server shall not miss the shuttle. Once the players are ready for the service, the first forward movement of the server's racket head shall be the start of the service. The server shall not serve before the server is ready. However, the receiver shall be considered to have been ready if a return of the service is attempted. In doubles, during the delivery of the service, the partners may take up any positions within their respective courts, which do not unsight the opposing server or receiver. Badminton faults. If in play, the shuttle lands outside the boundary of the court, passes through or under the net, one touches the ceiling or side walls, touches the dress of a player. If in play, a player invades the opponent's court over the net with the racket or person except such as an opponent is obstructed or distracted. If in play, the shuttle is caught and held on the racket during the execution of a stroke. During a play, the shuttle hit twice in succession by the same player with 2 strikes. When the shuttle is caught on the net and remains suspended on top, or in service, passing through over the net, is caught in the net. During service, the server accidentally touches the service line or any line boundary. The server's racket did not hit initially the base of the shuttle. During the service, The server serves and hitting the shuttle above his waistline. As the server hits the shuttle, the racket's head is obviously not lower than the handle.
Badminton officials share the officiating rules and regulations during the game. There are a group of individuals appointed by the sport's governing body. They play a very important role in the badminton matches. They will govern over and regulate the fouls and rules infringements. Understanding the foundation of technical officials in badminton will help you to keep control on players and spectators. The referee. A badminton referee will have total governance during any inter-tournament or formal event. Match referees should ensure the practice schedules, facilities, playing conditions, and players' equipments meet the standards set out by the health and safety rules of official laws of the game. It is a tournament referee who establishes an appropriate part of technical officials. It includes those with services, individual umpires or judges. Second is umpire. There are many responsibilities of an umpire in badminton, but he or she has one main focus, that is the close monitoring and governance of all sports activities on the court. Match umpire should apply, authorize, and regulate the laws of the game. Umpire rules and responsibilities apply to make being played on the court. They are officiating, reporting to acting under the authority of the referee. Line judge or linesman. They are responsible for monitoring the service, sidelines, and baseline during a match. The role in the game is such that our line judge must decide and announce by verbal call and hand signals for badminton whether the shuttle has landed inside or outside of the boundary lines. Line judge have the responsibility of calling the shuttlecock in or out on the line call assigned.